To all the people we forgot and barely come to mind. That's what Mariah said. I don't know if those are the words. To all the people we forgot, they barely come to mind. Thank you, Mariah. I like that version. Is that what? First of all, I will pay you $3 and 3 loose cigarettes if you tell me the name of that song. What I think she wrote it in her caption. If you don't know what I'm talking about, New Year's, Happy New Year's. Oh my goodness, I know. Yeah, it's a new year. It's 2021, huh? Yeah, that's so crazy. It's so crazy. And we're actually not flying anywhere. I really thought by now that my showers would be just like the Jetsons. I thought I would be Judy Jetson. I really did. Although my vibe was definitely more, what was the maid's name? With the smart ass mouth. Oh my gosh. If you're too young to know anything about the Jetsons, poop for you. I'm really sorry to hear that for you. That makes me very sad. It really does. But you know what else makes me sad? What the fuck was the name of the maid? Why can't we get the maid? It was Judy, it was George, it was Jane, it was Elroy. It was Spacely at Spacely Sprockets. I mean, yeah. Okay, so anyways, how are you? Yes. Happy New Year again. Did you do anything exciting? So I don't know if you saw that meme going around, Rosie the Robot. That was her name. That's me. I'm Rosie the Robot. Oh, Christ. But at any rate, so I had huge plans on going to see one of my fave girl groups of all times. I believe that these two girls are the inspiration behind Chloe and Halle. But more to come on that. But there I was, poised to see my favorite girl group of all time performing in an intimate setting, masks to be worn, apple cider winettes to be drank, non-alcoholic, of course. And bitch, my 41-year-old ass was like, you know what? It's 6:00. You can take a nap, bitch. You can certainly take a nap and get your ass back up in due time and get dressed and be, just on it, girl. Nope, that's not how that worked out. I definitely fell asleep, lethargically kind of opening my eyes at around the 8:30-ish hour, and I was like, fuck that. And yeah, I kept it going till about 11 something, and I was like, all right, girl, get your life. Maybe close to 11. Got up, took a beautiful steam eucalyptus shower. So my bathroom is set up like it's just super dope. So anyways, not the humble brag, bitch. Oh, that is so nasty. But you just get I just bought a thing of the small bottles of liquid lavender and eucalyptus, and you can, buy those. So a lot of times I will, I like to spray my sheets. And so I will, get a little eucalyptus or a little lavender when I change the sheets and just kind of sprinkle it on the pillows and, Lysol the pillows, and 'cause I'm that kind of girl. So when I am ready to take a really like warm, hot shower and like run the water, drop some eucalyptus drops in the water and really let the bathroom steam up. And then I go in there, I smoke a little something, you know what I'm saying? And then I take a shower, bitch. Yes, it's very rich. It's very rich, very, very rich, very wealthy. So do that for yourself sometimes. You know what I'm getting into, you guys? Oh my God, wait a minute. Bitch, don't I always just pull up and just like start talking? My bad, bitch. Oh, dang. All right. Oh, niggas is bitches too, so please, okay? But especially because we know each other like that. Now, if we don't know each other like that, you're tuned in to your very first episode of 2021, episode 128. Okay? Dig that, bitch. Of a Seat at the Table podcast. Yes. Now listen, I cannot always promise that there'll be a seat for you. But what I can tell you is if you are not at the table, then more than likely you're on the menu. And that is not a good place for you to be. Now, how do you get off the menu? You get conscious, you get mindful, you get present in this moment. Now, a lot of people are using buzzwords: mindful, consciousness, intention, energy, like the girls are using the words. Can we just pull over right quick? Do you mind if we just pull over? Because the girls are using buzzwords and I don't know if they know what it means, but listen, for a long time, I've been saying that the premise of this podcast is mindfulness and to act in a state of conscious mindfulness. Mindfulness is mindfulness is a conscious awareness of the present moment, right? Mindfulness is a gateway to consciousness. Now, consciousness and mindfulness are not the same thing. And it's funny because I feel like a lot of the girls have been using these terms interchangeably, and that's not the way that works. See, consciousness is a state of being. Mindfulness is the awareness of that state of being. Now, see, I believe that you have to have the awareness first, right? So I believe that there is mindfulness that segues into consciousness, consciousness being the state of awareness. Now, when you say that, I think a lot of people are using them interchangeably. Like people want to say that they are being mindful of their surroundings, but people will say, well, I'm very conscious of my surroundings. No, conscious, or you can say conscious as a measure of awareness, right? So you can say that I am aware of my surroundings, right? Mindfulness is that awareness, right? Consciousness is a state of being, right? So there are levels to consciousness. There is the understanding that there is an interconnectedness when you are conscious, right? I mean, we could really go on and on, but I just want to let it be known, ladies and gentlemen, that consciousness and mindfulness, though very married under the same umbrella, one predecesses the other. Mindfulness, which is the awareness, consciousness, which is the state of being. Consciousness is the state of being aware, right? Are we all following? Okay. We're not even going to get into energies versus frequencies versus vibrations and the differences, and because the girls are also using those terms interchangeably, and they're not the same thing. Everything has energy, you guys. Blah, like, we're not going to do this again. It's 2021. We're not doing this again. Anyways, so, all right. So I have been really getting into the vibration of my new place. Like, there's a vibration that it has that is very bright and warm and I don't know. It definitely feels different than any other place that I've lived in, from the standpoint that I've never truly felt that I've lived somewhere that was so aligned with my own frequency, if that makes sense. So I feel like a lot of times, even though, I try to walk around and act like I am a blue frequency, meaning that I am like just a chill frequency, which I think I am a lot of the times. But I do think that there is something about me that is, that's sunny, if you will. And as much as I try to do away with that, I mean, I think that intrinsically that is who I am, right? So I've never lived in a place that vibration rose up to meet me. Like, you normally have to create a vibe in your place. Like, okay, well, I want it to be this chill spot, or I want it to be this kind of refuge, or I want it to be very fun and bright. And like, this is a place that very much this is one of the very first times that I don't feel the need to paint the walls, because they're white, but it very much feels like I don't need to add more color to the space. Like, the space is already colorful, even with white walls. Like, it's a good vibe. Anyway, so, it's very interesting to be living in that space, but being single in this new space is, it is interesting. Because this is the first time that I find myself being single and not feeling like I immediately want to find someone to fill me, literally and figuratively. But yeah, that's it. And I don't think that that's an age thing. I think that that's probably just a stream of consciousness that I'm operating under right now, where it's like, listen, we know that everything that follows the word I am will follow you. So feeling lonely versus I grew up being the type of person that had placed a lonely mystique on myself, if you will. I'm the youngest. And kind of the loner. I feel like anybody who has siblings, there's always one who's like the kind of like, not necessarily like black sheep per se, but the one who's like a loner, the one that like kind of will go off and do their own thing, and they're kind of into something different, and they probably are atypical in behavior of everyone else in the bunch. That person tends to probably build a story around that of, I am a lonely person because no one else looks like me or no one else acts like me. So therefore, I am a lonely person, right? Anything that follows I am will follow you. So